Welcome, dear listener. Tonight, we are going to sink into a story that defies the very foundation of our existence. We are going to meet a creature for whom time is not a line, but a circle, for whom death is not an ending, but a punctuation mark in a sentence that can be rewritten again and again. We are going to meet Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish. But this is not a story of science fiction or of magical elixirs. It is a story of biological simplicity, so profound it approaches philosophy. It is a story of letting go, of returning, of beginning again. And as we explore this tiny, translucent being's secret, we may find a strange and deep peace, permission slip to release our own rigid stories of aging, of decay, and of an inevitable end. So, as you settle into your bed tonight, let us imagine that we are not in a room, but suspended, that your mattress is a gentle, sun-dappled layer of warm water near the surface of a calm, endless sea. Your blanket is the subtle, comforting pressure of the ocean itself, holding you in a weightless embrace. Take a deep, slow breath in, and imagine you are drawing in oxygen through delicate, frilled membranes like gills, and breathe out, releasing not just air, but your own solidity, your own heavy bones, feeling yourself become translucent, fluid, almost formless. Feel the gentle, rhythmic pulse of the water around you, a slow, perpetual massage. There is no up or down here, only floating. No past or future, only a drifting present. You are safe. You are buoyant. You are entering the dream of the ageless ocean. To understand the jellyfish's miracle, we must first understand the conventional story of life, story that almost every creature, including us, is bound to. It is a story with a clear, linear plot. Act 1. Birth. A genetic blueprint unfolds from a single cell into a complex, specialized form. Act 2. Growth and reproduction. The organism matures, fulfills its function, and passes its blueprint to a new generation. Act 3. Senescence and death. The machinery wears down. Cells lose their ability to replicate perfectly. The body accumulates errors, decays, and finally ceases. The individual ends, but the genetic line continues. This is the grand, tragic, and beautiful arc we accept as law. For a jellyfish, this story is already strange and beautiful. Their life cycle is not a line, but a loop with a dramatic transformation in the middle. Let us follow the ordinary life of a common jellyfish, a moon jelly perhaps. It begins not as a baby jellyfish, but as a planilla tiny, ciliated larva that swims freely before settling on the seafloor. There, it attaches and transforms into a polypase simple, stalk-like creature with a ring of tentacles, resembling a tiny sea anemone or a delicate flower rooted to a rock. It is sedentary, patient, a filter feeder. Then, when conditions are right, the polyp undergoes a breathtaking metamorphosis. It begins to strobilate, its body segments stacking disc-like sections like a pile of tiny, transparent saucers. One by one, these saucers detach and swim away. Each one is now an ephemera juvenile jellyfish, a pulsing miniature star. It will grow into the adult medusa, the form we recognize, the gelatinous bell, the trailing tentacles, the graceful, pulsating swimmer of the open ocean. The medusa lives its life. It feeds, it drifts, it may reproduce, creating planulae that begins to cycle anew. And then it dies. Its gelatinous body succumbs to waves, to predators, to simple entropy. It dissolves back into the sea from which it came. This is the expected story, but for one small species, discovered in the Mediterranean Sea and found in warm oceans around the world. The story does not have to end there. Turritopsis dohrnii possesses a secret escape clause. When the adult medusa faces mortal threat, starvation, physical injury, the simple wear of existence, it does not simply surrender. It performs a biological magic trick. it begins to reverse its own development. Its bell, the defining structure of its mature form, slowly collapses and is reabsorbed. Its tentacles retract. It settles onto the seafloor. Its cells, which had become specialized for life as a free swimming medusa, to differentiate. They lose their specific identity. They become like stem cells again, blank slates brimming with potential. From this amorphous living blob, new structures form, stalks, feeding tentacles. Within days, the adult jellyfish has completely, miraculously transformed back into its juvenile polyp stage. It has hit the biological reset button. It attaches to the seabed. It begins to feed. And in time, it will strabulate once more, releasing new medusae into the water column. It has, for all biological purposes, achieved biological immortality, not by preventing damage, but by reverting to its simplest, most resilient form and starting over. It turns back its own cellular clock. Think of the profound simplicity of this. It does not fight the aging process with complex repairs. It simply unbecomes. It releases its complicated, vulnerable adult self and returns to its beginnings. In your own body, feel the weight of your linear story, the memory of childhood, the accumulation of years, the subtle signs of time's passage. Now, imagine, just for a moment, the sensation of that story being not a line, but a pool, a cycle where an ending is not a full stop, but a comma followed by the gentle, inevitable phrase, "Let's begin again." You need not believe in literal immortality to feel the peace in this metaphor. It is the peace of forgiveness, the peace of starting fresh, the peace of knowing that no state of being is permanent, not even the state of being old or broken or at the end. Breathe in the possibility of release. Breathe out the clinging to a single rigid story of yourself. You are floating in a world where transformation is the only true constant. The jellyfish is a creature of profound simplicity. To understand its immortality, we must appreciate the elegance of its construction. It is, in many ways, the ocean's dream of what life can be with minimal architecture. It has no centralized brain. Instead, it possesses a nerve netulus, decentralized web of neurons spread throughout its bell. There is no command center, no I residing in a skull. Consciousness, for the jellyfish, is not a spotlight of awareness, but a diffuse, shimmering sensation of its entire being. It feels the water, the temperature, the presence of food, not as thoughts, but as direct, embodied experience. It is pure, unmediated sensation. It has no heart. The rhythm of the ocean itself provides its circulation. It has no lungs. Its oxygen diffuses directly through its thin, gelatinous tissues from the water that surrounds and composes it. It is 95% water. It is, essentially, organized seawater with a purpose. Its body is a lesson in efficient design. The bell contracts, expelling water for propulsion. It is a living pump. Its tentacles are lined with stinging cells, called nematosteni, coiled harpoons that fire at the lightest chemical touch, injecting venom. This is not malice, but pure, automatic mechanics. A trigger is pulled, a prey is captured. To be a jellyfish is to be a process, not a thing, an event in the water, a pulse, a rhythm. And perhaps this is the secret to its timelessness. It is not attached to a complex, fragile identity. A human is defined by a lifetime of memories stored in a finite brain, by the unique wear patterns on a skeleton, by the accumulated scars on a heart. The jellyfish's identity is its simple, pulsing form in this moment. When it reverts to a polyp, it is not losing a self. It is changing its process. Its mind, such as it is not a library to be preserved, but a pattern of electrical signals that can dissolve and reform. This offers us a different kind of peace. It's a peace of known attachment, not in a cold, uncaring sense, but in a fluid, accepting sense. The peace of knowing that the you that feels anxious tonight, the you that carries yesterday's regrets, is not a permanent statue, but a temporary eddy in the stream of your being. The cells in your body are constantly dying and being replaced. The memories are rewritten with each recollection. You are already more of a process, more of a flow than you realize. The jellyfish simply makes this truth visible. You float in the imagined ocean of your bed. Try to sense your own body as less of a solid entity and more of a process. The process of breath, the process of circulation, the process of neural networks firing in soft, wave-like patterns behind your eyes. You are not a noun. You are a verb, a being, a pulse in the dark. Let the rigidity of the day's identity your name, your job, your worries often. Let them be like the jellyfish's bell, collapsing gently, their energy returning to a simpler, more fluid state within you. You are not losing yourself. You are returning to your source, to the silent, potent well of being that exists before story, before complication. Breathe in the simplicity of just being alive. Breathe out the complicated stories that cling like old shells. You are becoming a quieter, more essential pulse. The immortality of Turritopsis dohrnii is not a superhero's power. It is a quiet, humble response to stress. It is a retreat, a strategic withdrawal into simplicity. Scientists call this process transdifferentiation. One fully formed cell type changes directly into another without going all the way back to a stem cell. It is a cellular reinvention. Think of the conditions that triggered this: starvation, injury, sickness. In our lives, these are the crises, the breaking points, the moments when we feel we are at our end. The jellyfish offers a biological metaphor for resilience that is not about toughing it out, but about letting go. When the adult form is no longer viable, it does not struggle vainly to maintain it. It surrenders the complex form to return to the resilient, foundational form. It chooses the safety of the cradle over the peril of the throne. This is a profound lesson in rest. In sleep, we perform our own version of this. We do not de-differentiate ourselves, but we do a similar thing with our minds. The complex, daytime identity, the problem solver. The social self, the achiever dissolves. The dense networks of the day worries loosen. The mind returns to a more primal, fluid, and creative state. We descend into the polyp stage of consciousness, the slow wave sleep where repair happens, and the REM sleep where the mind's cells strobolate, releasing strange and beautiful ephyrae in the form of dreams. Sleep is our nightly transdifferentiation. It is how we hit the reset button on our mental and emotional state. Without it, we accumulate damaged cellular stress in the body, metabolic waste in the brain, psychic fragility in the mind. The jellyfish's secret teaches us that rest is not passive. It is an active, transformative process of renewal. It is a deliberate journey backward to go forward again, refreshed. Now, let us consider the ocean that holds this timeless creature. The ocean is the true immortal. It has existed for billions of years, its waters cycling through glaciers, clouds, rain, rivers, and back to the deep. The jellyfish, in its tiny, miraculous way, mirrors this vast, cyclical timescale. It is not immortal as a single, continuous consciousness, but as a pattern that can persist, a song that can be interrupted, but whose melody can always be hummed again from the beginning. You, too, are a pattern. The pattern of your genetics stretches back through an unbroken chain of life to the first cells in a primordial sea. The pattern of your thoughts, your loves, your actions ripples out into the world, affecting others in ways you'll never see. Your physical form will one day cease, but the pattern, the energy, the matter, the influence never truly dies. It changes form. The jellyfish's gift is to show us that the pattern can be remarkably resilient. It can fold in on itself, simplify, and re-emerge. As you drift closer to sleep, feel yourself not as a person with a beginning, middle, and end, but as a persistent pattern in the universe, a unique, shimmering arrangement of energy and matter that has coalesced here, now in this quiet bed. This arrangement is temporary, but the elements that make you, the stardust and seawater, the love that shaped you, the ideas you carry, these are part of the eternal cycle. Your sleep tonight is not an admission of defeat by the day. It is your strategic retreat, your return to the polyp stage, your necessary, beautiful act of transdifferentiation. Breathe in the wisdom of retreat. Breathe out the exhausted adult form of the day. Allow yourself to begin the gentle, biological unraveling that leads to renewal. Now, we move from understanding to experience. We will embark on a guided visualization, not to become a jellyfish, but to embody the principles of its timelessness, simplicity, fluidity, cyclical renewal, in the profound peace of the reset. Close your eyes. Feel the support beneath you. You are resting on the soft, sandy bottom of a warm, shallow, sunlit sea. The light filters down in lazy, golden shafts. The water is perfectly clear, perfectly buoyant. Now, imagine your body becoming less solid. Feel your edges soften. Your skin becomes permeable, welcoming the water. Your bones lighten, their dense minerals dissolving slightly, becoming more like flexible cartilage. You are not dissolving. You are integrating with the supportive medium around you. Focus on your breath. With each inhale, you draw in cool, oxygen-rich water through every pore. With each exhale, you release warmth and tension, tiny bubbles that float up toward the distant, shimmering surface. Your lungs are no longer needed. You breathe with your whole form. Now, bring your awareness to your mind, to the dense, knotted network of today's thoughts, plans, and conversations. See them as a complex, intricate structure, like a delicate and beautiful coral formation in your head. This is your Medusa form, your adult, thinking, worrying, achieving self. And now, it is time for this form to rest. Not to die, but to retract. Visualize this mental coral gently dissolving. The hard, rigid branches of specific anxieties soften and melt. The bright, colorful polyps of urgent memories close up and are reabsorbed. The intricate, busy structure slowly collapses inward, losing its complexity. It forms a soft, shapeless, glowing mass of pure potential, a neural polyp. This is the quiet, foundational you, the you before the story, the you that simply is. This neural polyp settles into the calm seabed of your unconscious. It is safe. It is nourished by the slow, constant currents of your heartbeat and breath. It requires nothing. It just exists in a state of deep, receptive peace. In this state, feel the freedom of having no specific shape. You are not a manager, a parent, a debtor, a success, or a failure. You are a being, resting, a process, pausing. This is the core of the jellyfish's immortality, the ability to reside in this simple state without fear, knowing it is not an end, but a necessary, fertile pause. From this place of quiet fullness, imagine tiny, new beginnings starting to form. Not the old complex worries, but fresh, simple impulses, like the first diphtheria budding from a polyp. See gentle ideas emerge, a bud of calm, a bud of warmth, a bud of wordless gratitude. They detach and float gently upward in your mind, not to trouble you, but to drift into peaceful darkness, pulsing with soft inner light. These are your dreams beginning to form. They are not narratives yet, just pure emotional tone and sensation. Your entire being is now engaged in the cycle of renewal. You have released the complex. You are resting in the simple. You are nurturing the new. You are performing the immortal act of sleep. Now, let go of the visualization. Let the images fade, but hold on to the feeling of being supported by a boundless, forgiving medium, the feeling of being permitted to simplify, the feeling that rest is not wasting time, but engaging in the most vital, transformative biology of all. You are not escaping time. You are stepping into a different kind of time, cyclical time, restorative time, the timeless time of the deep ocean and the sleeping cell. Your body knows what to do. Your cells are ready to repair. Your mind is ready to reset. Allow the gentle pulsing rhythm of the ocean soundscape to become the only thought, a rhythm that has continued for billions of years, through countless cycles of life, death, and rebirth. You are part of that rhythm now. Your breath is the tide. Your heartbeat is the deep, slow current. There is no need to be the complex Medusa tonight. Be the peaceful polyp. Be the resting, potential-filled form. The immortal jellyfish does not fear this state. It embraces it as the source of its continuity. So embrace it now. Surrender to the simplicity. Float in the timeless dark and begin again. Now, let this integrated, fluid feeling deepen. Imagine the water around you cooling just a degree, becoming perfectly matched to your own internal temperature. There is no longer a boundary where you end and the ocean begins. You are a region of slightly denser, thinking water within the greater body of the sea. Your thoughts are not sparks in the skull, but gentle currents within this fluid self-flow. Warm eddies that rise from the depths of your being and slowly dissipate into the calm. Each worry that arises is not a solid thing to be fought, but a swirl of slightly cooler water. Observe it, feel its shape, and then allow the greater, warmer, still ocean of your awareness to gently absorb it, smoothing it out until the water is once again uniform and calm. In this state, you are connected to the jellyfish's truth in the most direct way. You are experiencing consciousness not as a captain on a bridge, but as the weather within a vast, quiet sea. There is no captain to grow old, no bridge to decay. There is only the ever-changing, ever-renewing condition of the sea itself. This is the immortal perspective. Identity as a temporary pattern in an eternal medium. Let's go even deeper into the metaphor of the polyp, your resting form. Feel yourself anchored to the soft seabed, not trapped, but securely held. You are not going anywhere. You have nowhere to be. From this anchored place, you draw sustenance effortlessly. Tiny, nutrient-rich particles of peace drift in the gentle current. You do not need to chase them. You simply open your being, and they come to you, absorbed into your essence. This is the nourishment of deep sleep, the automatic, subconscious repair that happens when you cease all striving. Your body is absorbing not plankton, but healing. Your mind is absorbing not information, but coherence. Now, in this profoundly restful state, become aware of a natural, gentle pulse within you. It is not your heartbeat. It is a slower, grander rhythm. It is the pulse of potential. With each inward wave of this pulse, you draw in peace from the infinite sea. With each outward wave, you release the faintest, most refined trace of what you no longer need, a microscopic particle of yesterday's stress, a dissolved fragment of an old fear. This is your biological rhythm of renewal, your personal, silent strobilation. You are not producing new jellyfish. You are releasing old tensions and making space for new peace. Stay here in this timeless, anchored, nourishing state. There is no story here, no past to regret, no future to plan. There is only the gentle, perpetual now of pure being. The immortal jellyfish does not dream of the future or remember the past in its polyp stage. It exists in a state of pure, biological presence, and in this presence, it finds the strength for all its future forms. This is the gift you are giving yourself tonight, the gift of pure, unadulterated presence, free from narrative. As you rest in this state, know that this is the foundation of all creativity, all resilience, all true peace. Every great idea that will ever come to you, every moment of patience you will ever show, Every deep breath of calm in a future storm is born from this silent, polyp-staged self, okay? By honoring this rest, you are not avoiding life, okay? You are building the strongest possible foundation for it. Now, very slowly, begin to feel a gentle, rising warmth from deep within your center. This is not an alarm. It is a natural signal, like the first hint of dawn in a timeless night. It is the signal of completion. Your immersion in the restorative dark is fulfilling its purpose. This warmth is the gathered energy of renewal, ready to be gently distributed. Do not rise quickly. Let this warmth spread as slowly as a tide covering a vast, flat shore. Let it reach the very tips of your fluid self. Feel it bringing a gentle, vibrant aliveness to every part of you. You are not becoming the busy Medusa again. You are becoming a renewed potential. You are integrating the strength of the polyp with the possibility of movement. And now, with the softest intention, allow yourself to detach from the seabed, not with a jerk, but with the graceful, effortless release of a ripe fruit from a tree. You are buoyant once more. You float upward, slowly, through the warm, dark, supportive water. You are not swimming. You are being carried by your own newfound lightness. You rise through the layers of the ocean of your own consciousness, from the deep, restorative silence, through the warmer layers of drifting, dream-ready thoughts, toward the calm surface of peaceful awareness. You break the surface not into blinding daylight, but into the soft, velvety darkness of your quiet room. You are back in your bed. The ocean was within you all along. Your body feels heavy, solid, and deeply relaxed. Your mind feels clear, spacious, and quiet. The complex coral of your daily identity is still at rest, simplified, but you carry the memory of the ocean's depth, the polyp's peace, and the jellyfish's timeless secret. You have performed the alchemy. You have touched a biological immortality, not by living forever, but by fully embracing the regenerative power of the cycle. You have honored the retreat, and in doing so, you have prepared for a renewal. There is nothing more to do. The story is complete. The lesson is felt in your cells. Let the final sounds of this gentle, aquatic world wash over you, not as a narrative, but as a lullaby for the process you have begun. Your breath is your own tide. Your resting body is your own deep, peaceful sea. Sleep now in the timeless knowledge that to rest deeply is to participate in the oldest, most resilient magic of life, the magic of beginning again.